Good afternoon, everybody. Today I am going to do a air fry, bake, whatever you want to call it, in my I've I thought it was called a convection oven, but every recipe I tried to look up for convection oven, it wound up being like a regular oven, just like cooked like from the back end. Anyway, this is actually what I have. So everything I've tried using on the bake setting, even if I tried to lower the temperature, it wound up burning on the bottom, and then not cooking right on the top. So I'm going to get y'all to follow along with me as I'm going to air fry this. I I'm hoping that this will help other people who maybe got one of these for Christmas, for space saving, and can't find recipes because it has been super hard to find recipes to use with these. This is an air fry slash oven. So I'm going to get this prepared. First thing you do is you're going to rinse this off, and then you're going to pat it dry. Make sure it's dry all over. And just give me a second, and we're going to go on to the next step. Okay, so once you get that all patted dry, what I use is I'm going to put some extra virgin olive oil. You can use butter, and just pour it and make sure you kind of like rub it in. Get everything coated. Now the onion, I'm going to go ahead and just put into the cavity. That just, to me, that just keeps it moist when I bake it. So again, I know I'm air frying and I'm hoping for the best here. But I'm going to go ahead and just do it like I would do it if I put it in the oven. Just air fry. Be prepared to wash your hands a whole lot. So once you make sure you get all that, you're going to season it. And what I season with, hold on, let me wash my hands again. Get my hands kind of wiped off real quick. So I'm going to mainly use salt and pepper. Because I don't like my chicken kind of, you do need to season it, of course, but I use mainly salt and pepper. Now, I am going to use some Tony Chachere's because I do like a little bit of a kick, but Tony Chachere's does have a lot of salt, so if you're going to use salt and pepper, don't use much of this. You're going to need to do both sides, so I'm going to do some Tony. And then I'm going to do a little bit of garlic, okay? Now, you are going to cook this from what I could find online. You cook it breast side down. So, I'm going to have it just like this. Now, this is the air fry basket it came with. So, I'm putting it on that, and then I'm putting it on this bake tray so that it'll catch the juices and all that stuff. So, give me just a second to wash my hands, and I'll be back. Okay, so once you got that all seasoned up, I'm going to put this on the second shelf here. Okay, I'm going to put this on air fry. The temperature online, anywhere from, they said 350 to 375. So I'm going to go with the 350. I'm going to do this for 1 hour. Okay, now I'm going to check this after an hour or so, and I will let y'all know exactly how long this takes, because again, I don't know. I've never tried it this way. I'm just hoping that this works out well. So we shall see. Okay, y'all, so it's been an hour, and I'm going to check the internal temperature. It has to be 165 to be cooked. I forgot to get something. Hold on. Okay, so it's supposed to be 165 internal temperature. Let's see. Oh, well, you can't really see it, but I can. Nope. See, I'm still learning. I'm still trying to figure all this out because I have not been able to. I know it's trial and error with, learning any kind of something that's new. But, so we're looking at max, it's 140. Okay, so I'm going to turn this back on for another 30 minutes, and then I will check it again. Hopefully then it'll be cooked. It looks good, and it's smelling good. Okay, so it has been an hour and a half, and from what I've been able to find out online is it may not be the 165 But if it's not, you can cover it with aluminum foil and let it sit for about 10 minutes till the internal temperature comes up. I'm not seeing any blood when I poke it, so I'm thinking, yeah, so it's 160. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull it out, and I am going to cover it with some aluminum foil. Okay, this is 5 pound here. Let me get something else to help me with this. Okay. All right. So this is a 5 pound chicken, by the way. So I'm going to cover this with aluminum foil, wait 10 minutes, and I will come back and hopefully it is cooked all the way. Just real quick, y'all. I pulled it out. I uncovered it. It still was reading about 160. And also, I had read on one of the recipes that after about 30 to 45 minutes, you flip it. And so your breast can get brown too. So since it probably needs to cook a little bit, you know, maybe 5-10 more minutes, I went ahead and just flipped it over, got the breast to the top, and I'm going to go ahead and just broil it. So I'm going to broil it for about 10 minutes, check it again, and hopefully it's done. Again, that's just trial and error. I'm learning on using one of these oven air fryers. So I air fried it for an hour and a half. Now I flipped it over, and I'm going to broil it for about 10 minutes to get the breast side, because it said to cook it, the one recipe I could find said to cook it breast down. So flipped it over, 10 minutes. I'll pull it out and give it a try. Okay, so, well, I don't know how far I was still recording and didn't realize it, so I don't know what I had to delete. So I put it in the broiler. I boiled it for 10 more minutes, checked the temperature. It's perfect. So I've let it rest for 5 minutes, and I'm going to cut it. I know I've said this before. If you ever get a chance to get some of these Everblades, oh, they're so awesome. But anyway, so I cut into it. As you can see, it is nice and cooked. It looks real juicy. You know, sometimes when you bake a chicken, it can get really dry, but doing it with the air fryer seems to have kept it really moist. So now I am going to try me a bite. Okay. That is very tender, moist, delicious. So air fryer, if you have one of these air fryer oven things, whatever you want to call them, you can air fry. Takes an hour and a half. Flip it. I would say flip it in about an hour. Flip it and then let the breast side brown, and then get the crust nice and crunchy. So overall, an hour and a half, hour 45 to do it in the air fryer. Again, this is air fryer. This is the air fryer oven. I just did it air fry this time because it seems like everything I have tried doing on the regular bake, it kind of cooks the bottom but doesn't cook the top. So anyway, this turned out great to me. It tastes good. It's nice and moist. I'm just going to make me some mashed potatoes, and we're going to have us some dinner. So if y'all have any questions, let me know. If not, enjoy, y'all.